What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NFL video. So this is a sports betting video. We're going to pick apart the Thursday night football game between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. So we're going to use oddsjam.com like we did on Monday. We're going to look at the odds. We're going to look at everything that you can look at, each sports book you can look at as well. On top of that, we're going to dig into our matchup tool. Now, if you don't know what our matchup tool is, it is on the website. You can go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, hover over NFL, and go down to matchup tool. That'll bring you to our matchup tool here. So this is every single game for week 3. So we've broken down the defenses, all of the stats they gave up to each position in 2020. So we're still waiting on, probably a few more weeks of 2021 to kind of see how the real defenses work. You can break it down to quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and the Vegas odds. So what we're going to do is, what I really like about this is down here on the bottom, if you can't see it in full screen on the website, you can download the Excel sheet, and that'll bring you to this. And what I've done is I've isolated the Texans and the Panthers game here. So all the stats we need for every position that we need, we'll go through it, we'll look at it, and we'll kind of get a sense of what we can use here at oddsjam.com, which is what we're going to talk about. So what I really like about this is you can do a lot of things. You get the odds for any sport. The betting tools, the arbitrage, the low hold, the middle, or the positive EV, and we talked about that before, and we'll look at that. You do calculators, if whatever you want. You can do a bet tracker, which is free. So a lot of free information, but they do have a lot of great tools as well. So we've isolated the Texans-Carolina Thursday night football game. We can look at this. So what they do is you can find all of these bets online, but you can't find them all in one spot. So what they've done is they've aggregated all of the big sports books. They've done all of the bets. They've put them here in tabs you can click, and it can bring down here. So just kind of looking, you can see the money line. That's just straight up who you think's going to win. They highlight the best odds there. So DraftKings Sportsbook, if you want to throw some money on the Texans, if somehow they could beat the Panthers, I don't know if that's going to be possible. You could check that, but those are the best odds. I've got a link down below in the description. I'll have the link to sign up for OddsJam using our promo code, which gives you, so what you do is if you don't have a premium account, you won't see most of these lines. If you have a premium account, it breaks down a lot of stuff for you. So I'll put the OddsJam link down below. And I'll do a DraftKings link if you haven't signed up, because as of right now, you've got 10bet, which have great odds if you want to put some money on the Texans. DraftKings has the best. What they've done is Pinnacle Sportsbook is the sharpest sportsbook out there. And then what OddsJam does is they take all of these. They have a formula, math. There's a ton of smart people behind OddsJam. I'm not affiliated with them. There's a ton of people with mathematics degrees. They've got computer science degrees. They put it together. OddsJam algorithm throws out what the sharp money is on, so what you want to be betting on. So looking at that, OddsJam has 340 as well. That is what Pinnacle is at, and luckily we found that the best odds there for DraftKings. So I will throw the DraftKings down there, and you can see all of these other ones as well if you are interested. I have some sign-up links. If you use our sign-up links, so if you sign up with our DraftKings link for the sportsbook, and you say you deposit $100, they match you $100. So it's really great. They match money for money up to, I believe, up to 100. It might be up to 200. I cannot remember. But we're going to try and break down a little bit. So what we'll do is you can just do the money line. Then you could do the point spread. I mean, if there are certain prop bets that you like on a Thursday night football game, because not the sexiest of names and teams out there besides like McCaffrey, but if you got to get some money in the game, you can definitely check that out with some sports books. So you can see, yeah, obviously some books they think it's going to be a tie. No, don't do that. But then you can kind of come down. You can see the Texans, you want to take them +1, 300. You can sort it by a lot of different spreads. So if you are a person that likes to bet more than just the money line, check this out, especially same game parlays, which I really love, both on FanDuel and DraftKings Sportsbook. Love some of those. You can really like that. So not every sportsbook has all of these bets, but what they've done is they've taken these. So like I said, like you may have a DraftKings Sportsbook, but you can't find to end in a tie. That's because they don't have that. Only a couple of sports books have that. They've aggregated it all into one site for you guys. So definitely, let's dig in. Let's check out what we've got going on for this Thursday night football game. So if you just want to look at the Vegas numbers opening up, Carolina opening up at -8 with a 43 over-under. So compared to all the other games, over 50 over-unders there. Not a ton of support for this game. So let's find where we can find the most amount of money or bang for your buck there. So if you're into total points, you want to go the over-under. You can check this out. FanDuel at under 13.5 total points, 25,000. And you can go down, you can see it. So the over-under, like I said, was at 43 right now. So if you want to scroll down, find that 43. This is where it's kind of opened. They highlight it. I mean, they have a lot of odds in the website to go with. So even money, almost even money right now. -110. So just depending on what you want to do, you want to find, you're big into McCaffrey having a rushing touchdown, which I feel like he could have a couple this game. Go to player rushing touchdown. So yeah, I mean, you can kind of find Pinnacle, OddsJam. These are the two. Over. I wouldn't be surprised if McCaffrey goes over. This is one I would be taking for sure, over 0.5, and take some money there. So a lot of things, a lot of different ones you can check out. So you can go player receiving yards. We know that McCaffrey loves, he's basically their #1 wide receiver as well. You can kind of go down here, find Christian McCaffrey. Over 24.5 receiving yards. I mean, the massive, just massive here. Different odds over here. Just depending on what odds you can find them all here. And what's great is you take this, you can put it into a betting tracker as well. So, like I said, you could go arbitrage, betting tools. Which one do you want to look at? And then we can go, these will have all of them. But you want to find by the date. Today's the 23rd. That's what the game is on. You could actually go here and find the game. So just depending on what arbitrage bets you want to do, you could do over 33.5 or under 33.5. Kind of shows you the odds there. If you want to, the one is the positive EV, or the positive expected value. Sort it by here. Then we can check this out. Go down to the game, 7:21, Houston Texans versus the Carolina Panthers. You can find it right here. So, player total receptions, David Johnson over 2.5. The best odds, if you think he's going to have at least 3 receptions, +124 on DraftKings or FanDuel. So, what it's done is it takes the positive bets where you have the more bang for your buck and shows you which sportsbook is best. So, the sharpest sportsbook, Sharp Money, is on -129. FanDuel, if you have an account over there, which we will put the link down below as well, it's at +124. So there's some positive money for you right there. Then yeah, so you could look at this, the positive, just depending on what sportsbook you have. Longest reception, DJ Moore over 23.5. The best odds are over there on DraftKings, or BetMGM, DraftKings, and these sports books right here. So, questions, comments, concerns on anything that we've kind of talked about here, the other bets you can look at, let me know. We're going to look at the matchup tool now. So this is a free tool at fantasyteamadvisors.com, and we've broken it down. So just looking at the 2 quarterbacks. So looking at these 2 defenses last year. So passing. If you want to see like how many yards. So yeah, it just depends on how you want to sort it. I've got this sorted by the defense giving up fantasy points per game, which you can use with season long, you can use with DFS, or you can even use with sports betting. So kind of looking at this, The Texans defense gave up 4,300 yards just last year to quarterbacks. So this is broken down by position, 30 touchdowns. So you see, 30 and 28. So there's a lot of touchdowns here. Texans didn't intercept very many people. They gave up some 2-point conversions, and they did have some sacks. So the Texans didn't give up very many yards to quarterbacks, rushing quarterbacks. Sam Darnold's a little bit mobile. We can kind of look at that. Fantasy points wise, overall, they gave up a little bit more to the quarterback position. So we break it down to these are the two quarterbacks for Thursday Night Football: Sam Darnold versus Davis Mills. So Davis Mills obviously making a start. He's played one game. That was last week when Tyrod left hurt. 8 for 18, 44% completion, 102 yards. So not a lot there. Did have a touchdown, interception. Did get sacked. Doesn't run much. Neither does Darnold here, as you can see, at 6. But Darnold does have a rushing touchdown. So you can use these. You can use the stats so far this year. Obviously, we're two games in. You can see Darnold, what he does. You can see, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better on screen. So use this how you want. If you want to do player props, you want to kind of guesstimate how this game's going to go, let us know. Definitely would like that. If you find this video helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, please. That does help me out. If you want to try to win a free month of content, all you got to do is try to predict the correct score of Thursday Night Football game. Whoever gets it closest without going over will get a free month. That'll include a full month of all DFS content, every sport: MMA, MLB, PGA, NBA. NBA, you might get like the first night of NBA. So just a month of all the sports we do, which is currently right now MLB, NBA, PGA, NASCAR, NFL. Am I forgetting one? But you'll get a full month of that. So just leave a comment. Whoever predicts the correct score, or if someone gets the exact score, we will give you a lifetime pass. A lifetime pass. So predict the scores. Whoever gets it, if you get it perfect, you get a lifetime pass, or whoever gets it closest without going over will get a free month. That includes all DFS sports and sports betting as well. So definitely check that out. So then we break it down to running backs here. You can kind of see we've broken it down just because, Texans, there are 3 running backs that have a chance to touch the ball in this game. For Panthers, 1, it's McCaffrey. We know this. More for sports bet, or more for DFS, but you can see Houston Texans gave up a ton. They gave up 21 rushing touchdowns last year. I absolutely love McCaffrey. I would not be surprised if he gets paid at least twice in this game. I could see McCaffrey having an Aaron Jones type game. So Jones just had 4 touchdowns on Monday Night Football. I definitely could see that here. Receptions to running backs, 730 yards, 2 touchdowns. We know, McCaffrey already has 14 receptions on 15 targets, 154 yards in 2 games this year. Don't be surprised if McCaffrey has just an absolute dominating performance here. You can see they gave up a ton of, I think out of all of the teams combined, I think the Texans gave up the most amount of fantasy points per game, which was 32.6 last year, to all running backs. That's all 16 teams, or 16 games going this week. So McCaffrey is a lock there. He's a stud, you know that. I would be looking at all of his individual bets, and I would be placing some bets on McCaffrey here. And then you don't know what the Texans are really going to do with the running back situation. Really don't know what position they're going to go with here. So it's going to be the hot hand, I think. Who that is, I don't know. Mark Ingram has the most amount of yards at 126. And then between David Johnson and Phillip Lindsay, it's kind of split. Problem is, David Johnson doesn't have a touchdown on the ground, but he does have one in the air. And then so does Phillip Lindsay as well. So definitely monitor the situation with Texans with their running backs. But yeah, wide receivers here. So we've pretty much taken the top 3 at each position. I know each team could have, 5 wide receivers. Like Chiefs have 5 wide receivers. Pretty much any of them can touch the ball at any given time. But yeah, so we're looking at this. Texans gave up 2,800 yards. So the secondary for both teams last year, not the best. Pretty close with only 15-yard difference and then a 4 touchdown difference there. So looking at this, if you want to go a full, like a Panthers stack type for bets, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Brandon Zylstra. Zylstra has only 3 receptions, but he did score a touchdown last week. 44 total yards. Obviously, DJ Moore is wide receiver 1 there. Robbie Anderson, wide receiver 2. So if you want to look at that, the Texans gave up more. So I absolutely love a full-on Panthers betting here on Thursday Night Football. And then tight ends, I'm not really thrilled by either of these. Pharaoh Brown, Dan Arnold, don't really know what's going to happen. I think the game's really going to be a McCaffrey game, and I'd be looking at betting on that. So just kind of looking at that, there's our matchup tool that helps you with DFS. It helps you with sports betting. It's a completely free tool. All you got to do, go to fantasyteamadvisors.com, hover over NFL. Matchup tool is there. Check that out as well. It is not the best for mobile because there's just so many columns and so many stats. It is best to be viewed on a desktop, so definitely check that out as well. So back to oddsjam.com. If you've got questions, any sport, let us know. You can go back to the football odds here, or any sport you want to, but obviously this is Thursday Night Football. And we want to look at this just a little bit more. So as you know, Christian McCaffrey, I think he's going to have a massive game. So you can kind of just look which games do you want. So player passing plus rushing yards, I bet McCaffrey's pretty, well, he's not on there right now. But you can find just other different ones that you want to look at. They have even player specials like Davis Mills. How many yards is he going to get? You don't know. Just certain bets. These are the best ones there. There are different odds, obviously. So yeah, my question is, if you find this video helpful, do you like this? Do you want videos each week kind of breaking down using OddsJam just the different games? What would you guys like to see? That's what I'd like to know down below. So let us know. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. Hopefully brings your eyes to this Thursday Night Football game, whether or not you're playing fantasy, DFS, or sports betting. Hopefully we're able to help you along the way on your journey to hopefully becoming a millionaire, and we can bring up some bacon together. So that's what I've got. Good luck on this Thursday Night Football game. Check out fantasyteamadvisors.com. All things DFS. We have all of the rankings, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight ends are ready to go. Waiting on a couple of news and notes to put on the cheat sheet, but we will move forward and hopefully dominate once again. Check out our Discord channel down below for other offers as well. Good luck, and as always, let's bring up some bacon. Peace.